National interest, domineering or just hypocrisy? RAQQA, Islamic State's capital falls to US-backed Syrian forces, BBC News. 20th Sep 2017, Reuters reported it on 17th of October, 2017. There was important but least reported news about letting the Syrian local insurgents out of RAQQA. Ex-President of Afghanistan, Hamid Karzai revealed that his fighters are present in Afghanistan and being supplied ammunition by the coalition's unmarked helicopters. It, however, fell on deaf ears of the people who were at a loss to connect the two stories. The U.S. Army transfer ISIS terrorists to Nangarhar of Afghanistan. Al-Ubaid news agency, a senior Afghan legislator revealed that the U.S. helicopters have transferred a large number of ISIS terrorists to the province of Nangarhar in the eastern parts of the country. Last week, the U.S. military helicopters transferred over 50 ISIS fighters to the Barabad region of the town of Bisaud in Nangarhar province, Zahir Qadir said. He also disclosed that a container full of military equipment was also delivered to the ISIS terrorists in the Nariobe region of Nangarhar province. Syrian authorities have caught U.S. military aircraft secretly transporting ISIS terrorists out of Syria to unknown destinations. According to senior Syrian legislator Amar al-Assad, the United States is helping ISIS to escape RAQQA, where Russian and Syrian forces are successfully defeating the terrorist organization. FarsNews.com reports, Assad said that the U.S. is now transferring the ISIL terrorists from Syria, especially RAQQA province, to unknown places. RAQQA was turned into rubble due to constant bombing by the Syrian, Russian and coalition forces, and almost all of the 300,000 residents were forced to move out. The only ones left were well-dug-in Islamic State fighters. Although his presence in RAQQA was beneficial to almost all the parties to the conflict, but their presence by the coalition forces was needed elsewhere, where the leader of the Western Pac, USA, is facing an uphill task, even after a decade of fighting, using technologically most advanced war toys, and spending over $1 trillion. Afghanistan, known bastion of a ragtag army, Taliban and a graveyard of empires. Here it shall serve many purposes. Fight Taliban, destabilize Pakistan, pose an imminent threat to Iran, a proxy militia to West's new darling India to help prop up the Indian role of a policeman in the area. India has supplied us with atomic waste to be used in the making of dirty bombs. https://shakir2.wordpress.com/2016/04/02/ugly face of Western darling India/ Islamic State's presence was beneficial to Bashar al-Assad for decimating any of his opponents, labeling them as his fighters. It was pivotal for the Russian involvement in support of Syria. West's involvement in the Middle East was also legitimized by the presence of IS. Moreover, it was fighting the Syrian army and Hezbollah fighters, the main targets of the Western forces. IS fighters, as per the agreement reached, were transported out of their stronghold RAQQA for 3 days and nights, on private buses and trucks, for ultimate destination Afghanistan. Bashar al-Assad, an underdog, now the winner, holds 50% or more of the Syrian land, 12 out of 14 governorates as compared to 19% before. He has acquiesced to continue as president of Syria, and his removal has been shelved for good. Russia perpetuated her role in the Middle East in particular and the world in general. President Donald Trump, during his recent trip, concurred with President Putin on a negotiated settlement of Syrian conflict, rather than the military solution. What a capitulation to the Russian maneuvering. Unfortunately, however, it is the Syrian civilians who got trampled in this fight of the elephants. End result. In 2016, from an estimated pre-war population of 22 million, the United Nations, UN, identified 13.5 million Syrians requiring humanitarian assistance, of which more than 6 million are internally displaced within Syria, and around 5 million are refugees outside of Syria. They were forced to abandon their homes and take refuge in neighboring countries, Europe and Turkey. More than 500,000 innocent civilians got killed. American Trade Tower attack, 9/11, 3,000 innocent killed, was avenged by destroying 2 unrelated countries. 500,000 innocent killed then, by this very yardstick, would need 166.6 countries to avenge. Read, https://shakir2.wordpress.com/2014/11/27/ Why are people flocking to is Islamic State / Shakir2.wordpress.com